Hello, welcome to my channel, Another Bibliophile Reads. My name is Greg. Today, I'm responding to two videos, to Suey's Book Banter and MJ's Reading This Life, who are, in turn, responding to an Instagram post, or maybe it was a Twitter. I'm not sure. They are responding to someone's comment on the internet about reading more than 100 books per year. Now, I'm just going to read the original post. I don't know where it came from. Whenever I hear people bragging about reading 100 books a year or whatever, I just think you are so obviously posturing as an intellectual for vanity purposes and not reading enough things that are challenging you or engaging with them deeply. Can I call that a bunch of horse crap? All right. Now, one of the reasons I'm actually doing this video as a response is that the other day I made a video about my 100 book challenge, where I am challenging myself to read 100 books that I already own before buying another book. I'll post a link to that video. So in that video, I said my goal is to read 100 books in about 20 weeks. Obviously, 20 weeks is less than a year, and I will be reading more than 100 books this year. So what does this post actually say? There's a lot of debate, and not able to read the original debate, only reading the original post and the responses from MJ and Suey. Well, here's my thing. This person is saying that I am posturing, that it's vanity purposes. Well, let me tell you a little bit of news. I'm retired. I don't have a day job. I don't have kids. I have a lot of time in the day to read. I don't watch TV. I don't watch movies. I do go for long walks every day. But on those long walks, I'm listening to an audiobook. And I count my audiobooks as reading. Now, in 2022, I read a total of 215 books. 96 of those books I classified as literature. 85 are genre, and 34 nonfiction. I guess I do engage in that naughty substandard genre reading, and I suppose that literature and nonfiction would count. But how do I read my literature and nonfiction? This person says, or engaging with them deeply. Now, to engage with a book deeply, I'm going to say you're not actually reading the book. You are studying the book. And studying a book is different from reading a book. You read a book to absorb the information, to enjoy the story, or whatever. To study is to learn. It is to get ready to prepare for a test and to prove to that college professor that you are a smart person and deserve an A in that class. Now, maybe you're not in a class anymore, but you still want to study the book, to squeeze out every last drop of information in that book so that nothing escapes you. Okay, here's a challenge for everyone. This is The Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann. This book has a lot of drops to squeeze out of it. You will notice that there are lots of little tabs where I highlighted passages because they were interesting passages. Now, I'm going to make a confession. I read this book. I did not study this book. I could go open this to almost any one of these passages and reread the chapter that it came from. And I could study that chapter. And I could read multiple books to fully inform me what's going on in that chapter, because there's a lot of depth in this book. And I will fully admit that I did not engage in all the depth that this book contains. I stuck my toes into the water while reading this book. And it is still one of the best books that I read in 2021. And maybe someday I'll reread it. But I doubt I will study it. I do not need to study a book to enjoy it. I do not have to engage with it deeply to enjoy the book. And I'm not a worse off person because I just read The Magic Mountain. It's a good book. You can read it and enjoy it just for what it is and admire the depth that is there that you do not need to explore. And that's where I want to go. And I think this person, by saying you want to engage deeply, is the one that is actually posturing as an intellectual. I can see this person sort of nose stuck up in the air. Oh, I engage deeply with my books. And these other people just read so many books that they're not gaining every drop of information out of them. That's how I picture this person talking about this book, or what they think about it in their mind. And you know, I'm fine with reading 215 books in a year, and a lot of them being genre books, and reading literature books, and you know, just not bothering with all that depth that's in that book. Because you know, I'm retired. I don't have to prove myself to anyone. I can read any type of book that I want to read, in any manner that I want to read it. I mean, I could read The Magic Mountain in depth. I did study English literature in college, but now that I'm retired, I'm fine with just reading the book. And when you just read a book and you're retired and you don't watch TV and you don't watch movies, you get a lot of books under your belt in a year. And that's just the way it works. And these people who are thinking that I'm an intellectual or posturing because I read over 100 books in the year, well, you know, they can just saw it off. Well, thank you for watching, and keep on reading as many or as few books as you want in a year.